Hey guys, this is Shashank and now I'm going to solve the third question in the Maths Simpson paper. Okay, so the third question states, find the motion of the mass spring system modeled by the ODE and the initial conditions. ODE is y double dash plus 25 equals 24 sin t, and the conditions are y of 0 equals 1 and y dash of 0 equals 1. These two we are going to use to solve the initial value problem which we'll encounter later in this question. So the ordinary differential equation which we are given is y double dash plus 25y equals 24 sin t. The lack of y dash term shows us that this is undamped motion. So the general form of this kind of motion is my double dash plus cy dash plus ky equals f naught sine omega 1 t. So natural frequency omega naught is root over k by m, which in this case is root over 25 by 1 because k is 25 and m is 1 and c is obviously 0. So omega naught is 5 radian per second. So the transient motion for this kind of ODE is given by y is equal to yh plus yp, where yh is homogeneous solution of the equation. Homogeneous solution is only this part, y double dash plus 25y equals 0, that without considering the 24 sin t is called the homogeneous part. So homogeneous solution of the equation, solution of the homogeneous part, and yp is the particular solution of the equation. So first let's calculate yh. So yh y double dash plus 25y equals 0. So making our auxiliary equation lambda square plus 25 equals 0. Lambda square minus 5i square equals 0. Therefore lambda equals plus or minus 5i, raise I outer root of minus 1, which is your imaginary number. Now this is usually in the form a plus or minus ib equals lambda, but in this case a equals 0 and b equals 5. So yh, the general solution is c1 y1 plus c2 y2. y1 is given by e power ax times cos bt, and y2 is given by e power ax times sin bt, obviously. So since a is 0, these both terms turn out to be 0. So b is 5, so y1 is basically cos 5t and y2 is sin 5t. yh equals, so at the end yh equals c1 cos 5t plus c2 sin 5t. c1 c2 we are going to solve, we will get the values of c1 and c2 when we solve the initial value problem using these conditions after we solve for yp. So now I am going to solve for yp. So now yp is usually in the form a cos omega 1 t plus b sin omega 1 t. Yp is equal to a cos t plus b sin t, since obviously here omega 1 value is 1, omega 1 value is 1, so that's that. And we know that value of sorry, now we'll find out the derivative of yp, that is y dash p, that is minus a sin t plus b cos t. Now the double derivative of yp, minus a cos t minus b sin t. Now we are going to compare this equation, let's call it 2, and let's call our original equation as equation 1. Now we are going to compare equation 2 and 1. It's not comparing, it's basically like substituting y p in y dash p in y dash, and y double dash p in y double dash in the first equation. So that gives us minus a cos t minus b sin t plus 25 times a cos t, this one, a cos t plus b sin t equals 24 sin t. What we essentially did here was y in yp in yp dash in y dash, yp double dash in y double dash. Since this part is 0, as we don't have any y dash coefficients, the quotient of y dash is 0, so this is our equation. Now I'm going to simplify this. 25a cos t minus a cos t, so 24a cos t plus 24b sin t equals 24 sin t. Now the a and b is in this, and the a and b in yh have no connection, they are completely different. So I'm going to compare LHS and RHS. So I 24 b equals 24, so b is equal to 1, and 24a cos t, there is no cos t term, so 24a equals 0, so a equals 0, you get a equals 0 and b equals 1. So yp is essentially 0 times cos t plus 1 times sin t, that is sin t. Now we have y equals yh plus yp, that is c1 cos 5t plus c2 sin 5t plus sin t. Now we need to differentiate this y dash of t. This y is essentially a function in t, so y is y of t. I'm differentiating it for the sake of the initial value problem that I was talking about earlier. Y dash of t equals minus 5 c1 sin 5t plus 5 c2 cos 5t plus cos t. Okay, now Initial value problem. IVP. We know that y0 equals 1 and y dash 0 also equals 1. So y0 is basically um, ये दोनों 0, I mean these two become 0 because sine 0 and sine 0. So we have c1 cos 0 equals 1, c1 equals 1, y dash of 0, sine phi t becomes 0 directly, so we have phi c2 cos 0 plus cos 0. So that phi c2 cos 0 is phi c2 plus 1 equals 1. So c2 equals 0. So we have c1 equals 1 and c2 equals 0. So finally we have y equals c2 is 0. So this entire term turns out to be 0. So cos 5t plus sine t, that is y or y of t, it's the same thing. So now we need to draw the graph for y, and y is equal to yp. Y equals yp is basically yp, that is um, uh, this equation. Yp is sine t. So graph for y equals yp is sine t, and the drawing the graph of y is a very tricky thing because it's a cosine wave superimposed on a sine wave. So it's a cosine wave which uh, actually looks like a sine wave. Not very easy to draw. In a minute I'm going to uh, show it on the computer, but for now I'll just draw a rough diagram of y equals cos phi t plus sin t. This is y, obviously. This axis is t, and for this also let's draw. I'm going to draw these both again in a few moments on a computer. I'm just drawing this for the sake of drawing it. Um, so y is equal to yp, that is sine t graph. This is y and this is t. So that's basically what we'd expect. This is something. Okay, I'm going to try real hard now to start from here, goes to here. Okay, I know this looks like something straight out of a Goosebumps novel, but yeah, when we connect the middle dots we get a sine graph. The funny thing is that the amplitude of the sine graph and the amplitude of the cos wave that is superimposed on the sine graph both are equal. So I am just going to show this to you on the computer. Okay, so here we have the graph of the solution, that is y equals sine t plus cos 5t. No, it's nothing like what I drew on paper, but I tried my best. Um, so this is the graph of yp equals sine t. It's pretty insignificant. Y equals yp is a sine t graph. So the amplitude is 1, and it's your normal sine graph. Now y equals cos 5t and y equals cos t. So the comparison between these two graphs is that
By the time y equals cos t finishes one cycle, y equals cos phi t will have finished 5 cycles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So y equals cos phi t is a more compressed version of the cos t graph. The amplitude remains same, but the time period reduces. Time period for finishing one cycle reduces. So in this graph, what happens is that essentially y equals sine t. As you can observe over here, there is a cos phi t graph sort of superimposed on a sine t graph. So let's do this. Y equals cos phi t. As you can observe over here, it's this red graph, our solution graph, is nothing but a cos 5t graph, sort of riding on back of a sine t graph. If you will. All the middle points of the cos 5t graph, the green color graph, are attached to the sine t corresponding sine wave, and that gives us the final graph. So as you can observe over here, the midpoints of the cos 5t wave have been attached to the sine wave. That is the final graph, and yes, this is the graph of yh. This is the graph of yp, which is asked in the question. This is the graph of y equals yh plus yp. Oh, and the amplitude of this graph is 1, and amplitude of sine t is also 1, and amplitude of cos 5t is also 1. So that is one notable thing. And since the dampening constant in the given equation, that is the quotient of y dash is 0, they're going to continue till infinity. They're going to go on forever and ever until the system is interrupted. This is going to be continuing forever. So, yeah, since the damping constant is 0, you basically have undamped motion, complete undamped motion. Thank you.